I can testify that everything this dear lady has said is true, because I was there. During the same 12 years of the lady's illness, my life had been blessed by the most beautiful thing God ever created, my little girl. I'd made my way to Jesus because of my little girl. My angel had gotten sick, and it just kept getting worse. She was literally at the point of death. Her mother and I were worried sick, and what could we do? I was a ruler in the synagogue. I had money. I had influence. But none of that mattered. I too had heard about Jesus, so with haste I made my way to him. I fell at his feet and told him all about my daughter. I told him that I believed if he would lay his hands on her, that she would be healed and live. He agreed to come with me, and I was overjoyed. I finally had hope. It was at this point that the dear lady we just met came, touched the hem of Jesus' garment. He stopped to talk to her. Don't get me wrong, I was happy for this dear lady. She had suffered a long time. But couldn't we hurry along? We didn't have time for distractions. We had to get home to my daughter. There was still hope. But even as Jesus was speaking, I saw them coming. I could tell by the looks on their faces it was bad news. It couldn't be. We were too late. My precious little girl was gone. In that moment, I felt as if my world was crashing in around me. I could sense deep, dark sadness enveloping my spirit. Then in my darkest moment, Jesus said something. Do not fear, only believe. Somehow there came an indescribable peace that settled over me. Jesus just called a few of his disciples to go with us, and we continued on our journey home. When we arrived, the mourners were wailing and weeping, and Jesus asked them why they were making such a commotion. And I told them that my daughter was not dead, but only sleeping. They laughed at him, telling him that they knew what death was. They may have known death, but Jesus knew life. He took us into his room where my daughter lay and told everyone else to go outside. He then went and took the lifeless hand of my daughter and said, "Little girl, I say to you, arise." My eyes were filled with tears of joy as I watched her get up. As we embraced, my heart was full of joy and gratitude. During these days, it seems that Jesus has found himself in a hopeless situation. But I don't think anything's impossible for him.